I think it's important to know that I can run the whole route tree. Obviously I'm fast, but I've always been a deep threat receiver, but I can run every single route in the game, and I think that's what kind of makes me dynamic, especially in the pass game.
Do you have sort of a chip on your shoulder coming in as an undrafted guy?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think I wouldn't say it's the hard way, but it's the opportunity that God gave me. So first and foremost, I'm appreciative. I'm very thankful to be here. But yeah, I definitely have a chip on my shoulder, and it's something that I gotta I know I have to come out here and prove it every day.
What was the draft process for you like?
I mean, it was new. It was something I never went through obviously before. So it was just controlling what I could control, and I think that's how I ended up here.
Mason, how many opportunities did you have before you went to Yale?
I had about 15 offers out of high school.
So why did you pick? What led you there?
So it really came down to Kent State or Yale, and I'm from Akron, so Kent State's about 30 minutes from me. And when I got the Yale offer, my mom kind of looked at me and she was like, "You're the very least you're going to take this visit." So I took the visit and I ended up loving it, and I have a great relationship with honestly everybody in the organization at Yale. So I'm super fortunate that I went there.
And was that the only Ivy League school that you considered? Or?
I had Dartmouth. Okay. Dartmouth was the other Ivy League offer, but I only took my official to Yale.
Do you get a different kind of respect from your teammates when they find out you went to Yale? What kind of stuff do you hear?
I think they give me too much credit. The first thing they hear is Yale, and they assume I'm a genius. I think it's more jokes, but obviously I'm very fortunate that I did, that I was able to go to, one of the top academic institutions in the world. So, a little bit of both.
DA was saying that there's a difference between like smart and football smart. Is that something that you've noticed as well, or does it translate like to?
I think all great football players have to be football smart. You can't be overthinking on the football field get you beat. So, and it's funny, that was the first thing he told me when I met him. I got here for rookie minicamp was, I don't care. He was like, I don't care if you're smart. You need to be football smart. So, so that was, clear what he saw.
And then in terms of the Saints registering interest in you in the pre-draft process, or like, did it come together fast after you went undrafted, or how did that?
It was extremely fast. Like I said, it was something I never experienced before, but it was extremely fast. It was like in a blink of an eye I had to make a decision. So, but obviously, I trust God, and I felt like He was pulling me this way. So, I trust Him, and here we are.
Did you think you were a possibility to go late in the draft too, or?
I thought so. I thought so. I mean, obviously never, anything's never for certain, but, but like I said, I trust God, and we're here.
How many other teams were interested in you in the